I saw something that hit me really deep. The Mount Everest is 8,849 meters tall. That's about 29,000 feet. But here's something crazy. Most climbers who die don't die at the bottom. They die in the last 20% of the climb. In fact, it is called the death zone. That's where oxygen is thin. That's where the body starts eating itself for survival. And that's where even experienced climbers turn back. But here's the paradox. That's also where you'll see the most breathtaking view on Earth. Now, I really thought about it and I realized life is exactly like that. Breakthroughs happen just beyond the point where most people stop. Most people climb 80% of the way in life and then stop before the peak. Not because they are weak, but because the final stretch is where things get brutally hard. That's where the discomfort rises and the temptation to retreat is strongest. But for those who push just a little further, past the point where most people stop, the reward is 1,000% greater. You see, the compound interest embedded in that final 20% of the journey, in that final stretch, it defies mathematics. There's something in psychology called the effort plateau. At 80%, your brain starts signaling that you've done enough. At 90%, your body starts convincing you to conserve energy. At 100%, only those who override that discomfort get the full reward. It's not talent, it's not luck, just a slight willingness to push beyond where most people stop. Now, this message is not for everybody. Some people are okay with perpetuating the average, and that's funny. Also, this is not about reckless obsession or grinding yourself to the ground. It's about recognizing that the finish line is just beyond the point where most people stop. And if you can push a little further, you will stand where only a few people have stood. If you can endure a little longer, you'll see results most people never see. If you can refine your work past the usual breaking point, it will outlast others. The magic is not in suffering. The magic is in strategic endurance. The ability to go where most people won't, in a way that keeps you in the game long enough to win. Success is not for the smartest. It's for the ones who keep showing up after most people leave. Please listen carefully. The future is not a geographical construct. Neither is it a location. The future is a series of events that encapsulate the maturation of human purpose. Your future visits you so many times, you're just unaware of it. It presents itself in flashes, micro moments, and intuitive glimpses. But here's where we get it all wrong. We dismiss these flashes as mere daydreams or coincidences. And I found out it is because we can't recognize these glimpses when they come. We dismiss them as fleeting thoughts or random ideas. We think we are imagining the impossible, when in reality, we are catching a preview of what is possible. Now, here's how you can train yourself to recognize these glimpses. 1. Awareness. Learn to notice these signals. A random idea that excites you more than the usual. A topic that keeps pulling at your curiosity for no logical reason. A book, a podcast, a quote, or a conversation that stirs something deep within you. Train yourself to notice something that feels more than it should. That is often a glimpse of the future knocking. The future does not announce itself through a carnival. It arrives quietly. Your job is to recognize it before it disappears. Now, the next step will be giving your future a place to stay. Documentation. A glimpse of the future that isn't written down is a glimpse of the future lost. Start keeping a journal, a future journal maybe. Every time you have an idea, a vision, or a strong intuitive pull towards something, write it down, no matter how impractical and ridiculous it feels. Most of the innovators and culture shapers you look up to have idea journals. I know that Albert Einstein used to write down thought experiments before he even developed the equations to back it up. Writing these glimpses down does two things for you. 1, it helps you remember when life gets busy. 2, very important, it allows your subconscious to keep working on them in the background. Now, after the documentation of these glimpses, the next stage is reflection. Once you start documenting these glimpses, patterns will emerge. You will discover a standout recurrent theme. That is the future trying to guide you by the hand to a place of precision, only if you let it. Glimpses of the future are not meant to be admired. They are meant to be investigated. Follow them and they will lead you somewhere real. Seeing the glimpses is not enough, because if you don't act, someone else will. Think about it. How many times have you had an idea, ignored it, and then see someone execute it later? That's because the future doesn't wait. It simply finds another willing participant. So, If a book title excites you, read it. If an idea keeps showing up, research it. If an industry keeps pulling at you, explore it. Small steps of curiosity will reveal whether something is a passing thought or a calling. Certainty is a byproduct of movement. You only know a road leads somewhere when you start walking on it. The future doesn't arrive fully formed. It arrives very fragile. If you wait for certainty, you will only witness the future. You will never create it.